They worked for humans.
Oh, okay.
It is now their punishment.
Well, no, but like, how did the family get disgraced in the first place? Was it because they were working with the humans? Or did they do something else that got them disgraced? Yeah, exactly. What came first?
Also, do we know what this McCresh is?
I don't.
You do.
I do?
You do.
I do. I don't.
You do.
Good.
When the word Macresh happens, you feel the blade surge through your skin.
Is it happy?
It is longing to go back to its master.
Oh, it is from the McCresh. Okay. So if I start asking how to kill the McCresh, my sword's gonna turn against me. Well, apparently that's also why I don't like the hammer. Because the hammer was the prince that went against the McCresh.
Wait, and then where did we get this note from? Was it one of the dead guys?
I got it from one of the guys that kidnapped him at the way beginning.
Oh, okay.
That were writing stuff.
Oh, that's right. We got a couple different things from the dead people. So.
But besides that, I don't know who the McCresh are. I was asking.
Come on, buddy.
What are the McCresh?
I guess it's not me, but it's not
I think so.
Oh, your dwarf hammer?
Yeah.
right.
Because that's the princess one.
Yeah.
It remembers. That's this thing is kind of ominous. Like sentient.
Yeah, sentient.
Yeah.
Hammer.
Well, mine's a cleaver.
Yeah.
Oh. Either
Made
way,
of flesh.
don't want a sentient cleaver or hammer.
No, sentient weapons I think are kind of bad news.
Unless it's the singing sword from who can grab it? Wasn't there a singing sword?
There might have been. I just don't remember. Everything was alive.
Yeah.
I mean, just all the toony stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite movies.
Never seen
Excellent film.
It's pretty fun, yeah.
Okay.
God, who come off from the shoe. Remember
Jesus.
the poor little shoe?
Like screaming.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It was the cutest little thing. It was like a little squeaky clown shoe. Fucking Christopher. It wasn't, yeah.
I'm going to have to remember this because my notes are not popping up. They're going super slow on my computer here. So I think the program crashed.
Oh yeah, because I asked about, did they do something to disgrace themselves?
Yeah, no, and they did. I just got to remember the name of the... So, here's popping up. So he goes into... so he starts off with, oh, so you've never heard of the Syndicate. Because once the story was refreshed in his memory, he knew exactly what was going on.
Okay.
So he tells you of the Deepstone Syndicate. Approximately 500 years ago, and I could try to do this in a Scottish accent, but I will not because approximately 500 years ago, a member of the Deepstone Syndicate told a human about the Deepstone Syndicate.
So don't talk about Fight Club.
And the Thickhammer, right? Was the family name. And the widow Thickhammer received a hand in parcel or on her doorstep or in her food every day for a year. It was the same dwarven hand from her husband.
Okay, so that I'm following this correctly. This widow got a hand every day,
Freshly severed.
and the hand was always from her husband.
So they were growing it back.
Yes.
Got it.
So it was clear to everyone, and that the hand was holding his tongue. So it was clear to everyone that it was a very explicit message of hold your tongue. So no one talks about the Deepstone Syndicate. Correct. Everyone knows about the Deepstone Syndicate, but everyone knows you don't talk about the Deepstone Syndicate.
Ask about my question.
And you ask, everybody spits, repeats, cursed be the McCrash, may they die in the sunlight.
Maybe they got in sunlight.
The McCrash, and you managed to get Loverboy kind of off to the edge and roll a persuasion check for me.
19.
Nat 1.
He spells it. We talked about the syndicate.
He tells you everything he knows.
Okay.
So the McCresh were a right a long time ago, maybe 1,000 years. The McCresh were a group of, like, it isn't really clear if they were devils, if they were like fallen celestials, if they were just some kind of like weird abomination.
Okay.
But they were, like, everybody agreed they were fucking bad. And they would just go from like place to place slaughtering everything. It was as if they couldn't die. In fact, there were tales told that if you got too close to one, that even if you were like hiding and it shouldn't be able to find you, it would, like, its flesh would just reach out and like pierce your armor and then rip your armor off of you so that they could eat your raw flesh. They were, by all accounts, terrifying and hard to kill. In the end, what happened to them is not really known. It is believed that they sleep or that they have like gone away. But it is like, I mean, in dwarven terms, they speak of the McCresh as if they were somewhere between the Boogeyman and Baba Yaga.
Okay.
But like it is a like deep-seated fear monster for them that should the McCresh ever come again, like this is everybody goes to war because the McCresh will not stop until everything in the Underdark has been killed.
Okay.
And as he tells you that tale, like inside you, like you feel like there's a memory that you have, but you can't access it. Like he's telling you this stuff and you remember, like you know something about it, but you can't remember it.
Okay.
But it would have been from your time from before in the church.
Yeah. Okay. That's good enough. Now we're just drinking. Until soon one of us passes out.
Are you
So I
gonna?
assume he passes out first.
Let's see. This could go terribly, terribly wrong.
Are we adding anything? Or
You can roll with. Let's say I'm going to say you can roll with advantage, and it's a rollies to see who passes out first.
That's a 10. That's a 4.
So you managed to pass out first. Are you doing it in his camp, or are you going to try to get back to yours as you see that this is happening?
Yeah.
Just remember, you're big. I don't know who.
And I don't think that you guys can like drag me, so I'm like trying to stumble my way back to our camp. Probably maybe don't make it there.
We could get a horse. We could lash you to a horse and just have him drag you.
In the middle of the night, yeah.
Come on.
Well, I mean, you were unless you left already, you were at the camp there with me.
Oh, I was. I mean, I guess I could try to support you to get you back.
Are you gonna drunken friend help them home?
I'm not drinking.
Yeah, but
But I
Or a
will.
friend.
I will.
or a friend.
I will help my drunk friend. Attempt to help my drunk friend back.
Okay.
So should I like strength or what do you think?
Yeah, let's do a strength.
I just collapsed on you. We're both stuck there.
God. I mean, I could turn into a ball and roll out from underneath you, but let's see. 21.
Oh yeah, nice,
Oh,
nice.
You're just
So
calling me.
the lecherous barbarian dwarf is still trying to like coax you into bed,
I'm
but
like, no.
yep,
She's not sober enough to consent to this. We're gonna bring her back.
good job.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that went that way.
Yay, my little tank in Maravelas. So I get you back, and I get you.
And I'm mumbling to you all the stuff that I learned over there as we're going back.
Yeah, it's very
The
nice.
crash.
The dwarves are going to take the high road
Yeah.
and just take the bridge because it is solid dwarven architecture. They talk about how the
okay, so I get her back, and I let her pass out in our little camp. If they're still awake, can I go back and then I want to ask them like what they think about the switchbacks, the mountain pass switchback? Just get back.
so they'll talk about the bridge as being Stoneforge, built by the Stoneforge clan,
Yeah.
the best dwarven craftsmen of all time. These stones are so tight that you can't fit a hair in there, and he pulls out a hair and he tries to stick it in, and like the stonework is pretty solid.
How big is the bridge?
Oh, it's massive. Like you're sitting at the bottom of it, and it like just goes off into the night.
No, but like
Right.
width-wise.
It is wide enough that you could fit 2 carts, so carts going in both directions, single
Okay.
file.
Okay.
There's a couple of spots like where there's like I guess the easiest way is like a scenic overlook,
Oh yeah. You can,
right?
You can
Like
pull
it's a
off.
little bit larger that you could pull off out of the way.
Okay.
So if for some reason there happened to be 3 carts there, like it'd be about 3 carts wide.
You can change the yellow.
Right, but if you had a large, like a very large war wagon, right, that was going one way or the other, like you could force it into that space
Mhm.
without throwing it over the edge or
Okay.
forcing it all the way down.
So the bridge, does it have like is there an OSHA-approved railing that you would need to jump over, or is it just like, well, there's the edge, don't
I mean,
fall?
it's got like a 4 foot, whatever this is, 3 foot
Yeah.
high. kind of
but
edge.
there's still like a railing.
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna like accidentally step off the edge. Like you have to try a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, it's well built. Like you've never heard of any problems with it.
But it takes the same exact amount of time to go over the bridge as it does to go over the switchback. So what's the advantage of doing the bridge?
The advantage of the bridge is it is easier on the wagons,
Okay.
right? Like the bridge was designed for wagon travel. Switchbacks are difficult to do in a wagon because you have to jockey. I mean, you're still looking at like a
Are we talking about like modern road switchback width, or are we talking about a skinnier switchback road width? Like if you're going up the side of a mountain.
It's a lot more like a goat trail. Is probably the way to look at it, right? Like you're gonna have more. It is gonna be. It's the same distance, right? Because vertically it's the same distance. You're probably traveling a little bit farther on the switchbacks, but you'll also have like the amount of time it takes to do the switchback, because those carts don't like turn on a dime, right? So you'll have to like walk them in, like back up and like go again.
Because we have a wagon, maybe we just take the bridge.
Yeah,
That's why then I thought I was thinking of like on a
yeah, with no like railing. I was expecting.
Yeah, it is wide and high.
I don't know why I was thinking like bridge from Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom kind of bridge, but maybe it would be better to take the bridge.
Well, that's
Tomorrow, yeah.
We bridge tomorrow.
Anything else to know about the bridge? Are there like bandits on the bridge?
It's a fucking bridge. You're gonna see them coming. I mean, unless they're hanging over the sides. How is somebody gonna bandit you on the bridge?
I would just like to be prepared for every situation.
Be careful you don't roll all the way the fuck down.
Roll over your fucking mother with that attitude.
I'd like to see her try. She's a big bitch.
Where the fuck do you come from? You seem like a small ass.
She has big birthing hips.
Would you come over her asshole then?
Do you know how the humanoids have babies?
Yes, I do. It was an insult. Not a good one. I like to be prepared.
You and your wee rodent brain.
And you guys have just been chilling at our camp this whole
I
time.
was like, you might quit. I look up every once in a while and you guys are still talking to drugstore.
Well, I'm now passed out.
You're passed out now.
And Otter, what have you been up to?
Yeah, I'm
I
getting
got my maid's hand on just this all year round, you know what I mean?
Just entertaining
fucking
yourself.
around.
Yeah.
So, the dwarf offers you some ale. Oh, now don't roll off in a huff. Here, have some ale.
I swear to God, you make one other more fucking roll-off joke. I'm gonna roll over your fucking toes and break them.
Oh.
That sounds like a good time. As I yell from our camp, because I can hear the shit go down.
No, I'm good. I think I will roll back to my camp.
I wouldn't want to damage your armor.
Learn.
I mean,
If only I were still waiting for Mama to come out.
I mean, how could you with your puny-ass dwarf shit?
Oh, that's a good one. Pulls out his huge fucking axe and sets it on the table.
I mean, that's the biggest thing that you probably ever pulled out of your pocket, so, okay.
Gil,
What's up?
you're wanted back here.
Okay.
We got something for you. You forgot this thing.
I'm coming. Can I get the finger to the dwarf, but just like very subtle?
Yeah, and he's not even paying attention. They're all just laughing.
I don't like dwarves. Fuck them.
And gnomes.
And no, I don't like gnomes either. Gnomes and dwarves.
I had
Those assholes. No, remember that? What was a little gnome back at the circus?
Yeah.
I did not like him.
He's a goblin, right?
No, was it? There was a gnome. Didn't we deal with a gnome?
Yeah,
rock gnome who got
the rock
big?
gnome, yeah.
Yeah, he was fine. The
Which was
one,
the rock gnome?
No, he was the one that was training you to work with the elephants.
Oh, I guess I didn't have a problem.
Yeah, he was fine.
Who was that goblin?
Gizmet.
Gizmet, I didn't like. So apparently short.
No, Gizmet was the rock
Oh, was
gnome.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
No,
No, look the same to Gil, honestly.
Little humanoid shaped things.
Exactly. Okay, that apart.
All those medium humanoids, they all look the same to me.
apparently dwarves.
That's like how you distinguish like small, medium.
Wizardy and barbarian-y.
I don't like dwarves.
Okay, so who's striking first watch?
Otter again.
Well, you're out, so.
Yeah, you're.
Yeah.
I'm taking a
I'll
watch.
take two watches, I guess.
Okay.
I'm
Roll for
sitting there.
hangover.
I made the mage hand, and I have Dolly on the mage hand, and I'm just kind of zooming around.
And Dolly's properly attuned, right?
Yep.
Okay. So, roll for perception with advantage.
14.
Okay.
14. 17.
17. Okay. There. So, you notice that as the dwarves call it an evening, they have somebody on guard. The second camp has one of those big fuckers, like is up and is just kind of like walking around, like literally pacing around the camp, like almost to the point where like the footsteps are hypnotic, like rhythmic and hypnotic, right? Like and like you feel like if you were in the camp, like those footsteps would be reassuring.
Sure.
But where you're at, like having that walking is a little bit disconcerting because you can't hear everything that's going on elsewhere. The first camp has like looks like they have all kind of like gone to sleep, but they're all like huddled up in their tent. So it's kind of hard to tell if they just feel really confident about like the scenario, or maybe there's something else going on with their campsite. Overall, though, your watch goes without event. I need some rollies, folks.
Ooh, blue one.
Do you want the blue one?
That's right.
Give me a chance.
Blue one's been rolling 4s pretty consistently here, so
Yeah,
20.
nice. 3.
Oh, blue one. I put that one away specifically.
My 20 makes up for it, though, right?
It makes up for part of it.
Use the white one. You know,
Okay.
I have to do it next time.
So you rolled a what? 3
Remember my 20.
and a 20. Okay. I need you to roll a d8 for me.
Who, me?
Yep.
I don't like that.
Just one?
Unless it's a 1
I got a 6.
6.
Something good happens.
Yeah, it's
Fairies
6
come
good-
out of the
you get
sky.
6 tacos. 6 breakfast tacos.
Okay.
You're so
And a
enlightened.
3. Okay. So,
I get a good zinger on that stupid ass board.
okay. So, how long is your 2 hours or 4 hours?
Well, no, we get drunk. You make drunk or something over here. I guess I'm taking the second shift too.
Okay, so 4 hours. So,
You could travel.
Oh, you could do 3 and 3. I could, because I took the second shift after you, so I could do 3 and then 3 for me. That's not so bad.
That's true.
Yeah.
Then
Okay.
I'll do my little.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
So- you're sitting there and you hear an impact on the bridge, like above you.
Okay.
And with it, you hear the Wilhelm scream as a guy is thrown over the edge, and you hear him like mumble / scream something, and he just starts to like feather fall down, right? And he lands on the ground almost right next to you, looks at you, kind of looks around, and says, "You look like somebody who could use a mercenary."
Oh yeah. So how did you get down here? You said you.
I fell from heaven.
Wait, there's a heaven?
There is, indeed.
Okay. So,
Heavens, right up there.
You need a mercenary?
Everyone needs a mercenary.
Oh, okay, well, October, what time is it?
It's like, I don't know, probably like close to midnight, 1 o'clock.
Yeah, well, it's a little late to be, negotiating mercenary stuff. Let's do it in the morning, plus have to talk about spending.
Oh, that's fine. I'm gonna go right over here and take a rest. And he just kind of like trots off to like the foundation of the bridge, and like curls up and like pulls his cloak like over like this, and he just goes right to fucking bed.
Can I do like an insight on? Is he serious? What is he feeling?
Yeah, go for it.
11.
He looks completely like intent on selling his services.
Okay. Interesting. Wasn't expecting that, but alright. I just go about my business.
And homeboy is over there taking a nap.
Okay. Is it my watch now?
Yep.
And then I repeat this back to Guil. Like, what has happened and who that guy is.
Okay. That's it. He fell from the sky somehow?
He did.
Is there anything that precipitated that?
You heard the impact.
Just Otter that heard the impact, right?
Yeah.
None of us. Okay.
Yeah.
So it sounded like there was an impact.
I mean, to be perfectly clear, like there are impacts happening pretty regularly at this point, so it's starting to bleed into the background of what is normal sound.
Okay. Well, I feel like maybe we should keep that in mind before we pick the bridge. That's what happens if it's broken. Yeah, it's broken.
Then we go back down the river.
Oh, I could throw a tree again.
Yeah.
Because that was effective last time.
Unless there's a whole part of the bridge missing.
That's,
Or one of the giant columns holding it up or whatever.
Plus, with the switchback, it begins to really that fall into our depths necessarily.
that's true.
I mean,
Well,
leaders can still puzzle inside or whatever, it's not good, but.
Well, plus, like
So you're sleeping.
I am sleeping.
Yeah.
Well, we can play with it.
Okay.
Decided to do it.
So, okay, well, I'll take the next shift. Cool.
Mhm.
I'll keep an eye on the food and other things. Could I, roll just to see if I could, ascertain anything from the dude, like sniff-wise or
Yeah, go ahead.
anything like that? I guess, could I use insight or?
What do you want? How do you want to do this? How do you want to investigate them?
Well, I have perception.
Insight.
Would perception be better than insight?
It depends on what. Are you going to do pass without a trace before you do this? Are you going to sneak up on him and try to investigate him while he's sleeping? What are you going to do? Are you going to burrow down in the ground and stick your nose out right next to him to sniff his butt? There's lots of ways we could do this, buddy.
I'll do let me see. Hold on.
So while you're passed out,
Yeah.
you're having you have a dream where you are standing on a corpse in kind of like a river. And the river's sloshing you back and forth, a little bit dizzily. And in front of you, kind of to the back of you, it is blurry, nondescript city. And in front of you, you see this structure. It has this. It reminds you of the same architecture as the temple that you had seen Fiera in. However, the buildings around it look dwarven. But you can't seem to get off the corpse that you're in the river, and it just kind of like it seems like it's always going towards it.
Okay, so if I do my pass without a trace, I have a +10 bonus to my dexterity. So, and I leave no trace behind in the trap. So I kind of want to go through his pockets.
Let's see what's in his pockets. So, roll for stealth.
17.
Okay, so 27.
27.
Yep. Okay, so you're gonna sneaks over.
I trundle, sneak over. And
Which is the idea of a huge fucking possum, like like tippy toeing right on over, right?
I mean, you've seen them little tippy toes.
Yeah.
Or do you roll over?
I would tippy toe over.
Yeah, more stealth that way.
Yeah, obviously. And yeah, I go through his pockets to see if there's anything. Like that tells me maybe who more he is, or if he's got like anything hidden, like extra like potions and whatnot. Or notes, maybe notes.
You see that he has an absurd amount of weapons hidden on him.
Okay. Like the guy that's trying to sell you like a watch on his
No, like
lots of knives and shit.
like I don't know, like you see in some like cartoons or movies, like they're like, okay, take out all your weapons.
Oh,
And the guy spends like 5 minutes like dropping all this stuff on the table. Yeah, like I mean, he's got comically a large amount of weapons like on his person.
Okay.
A lot of them seem to be like daggers and throwing implements.
Okay.
Like throwing axes. It looks like this guy is probably more of a ranged combatant.
Okay.
But like could probably literally just keep throwing stuff for like
For a
while before he actually has to go back and retrieve anything.
Does he have like an ID?
His driver's license is
In his other pants.
in his other pants. It seems to be oddly missing.
Does he have like notes about him? Like any pieces of paper that have some scribbling, like a notebook, a journal?
He has a journal. Try to pull it off of him.
So what would that?
Sleight of hand.
I don't think you get
A bonus to it. Yeah.
Okay. 17.
Well, he's sleeping. Let's see how if he wakes up.
Oh, it's 18. I
Oh,
get +1.
dude is sleeping hard.
Okay.
So you can yoink the pocketbook off of him. It has a bunch of like drawings of peoples and places.
Okay.
There seems to be a bunch of dwarves, a bunch of like building facades that are clearly dwarven.
Okay.
It seems like he spends a bunch of his downtime like sitting in maybe public-y type places, just kind of drawing whatever is there. You see a couple where he's got like notes that seem to be like times on it. Roll I just want a knowledge, like a insight check, let's say.
21.
It looks like he was like on a couple of these pages he was like maybe sitting in front of a place casing it, and that was the rotation of the guards or something like that. Like there's a pattern of like the paces where the numbers are, they all look to be like a secured establishment. Looks like he probably has done a lot of reconnaissance of stuff in the Dwarven city. But at the same time, he he doesn't look all that battered necessarily. He looks like he is more of a like. He's the kind of person you would send in an expendable type situation, much like your traveling companion. Like you would hire this mercenary to go find information, and they would be able to defend themselves and get away, or take out somebody from a distance and get away.
Okay.
That looks like what their specialty is knowledge and escape.
Like recon. Basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Is this the dude's a human or?
The dude is a human.
Okay. Is that all I found?
But he's kind of like I mean, he's a small built human, if that makes sense. Like shorter, more stocky. He could probably pass for a skinny, tall dwarf.
Okay.
Right? But he's wiry.
He's a human. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything else of note other than I'll put his journal back on.
I mean, you find some random like some kit for like a like traveling for like 2-3 days.
But nothing that's like out of the ordinary.
No, he's got a purse that has like probably 50 to 200 gold in it, or maybe there's some platinum in there. It's I mean, unless you're going to open it up and count it, like it's about that size.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll just put his journal back, and then I'll just put it away, and just I'll really watch stuff. Yeah.
Okay. And your watch was for 4 hours.
Mm-hmm. I'm cuddled up with Gus and.
Well, do you want to do the 4? Or do you want to do the 3?
3.
Okay,
3 and 3.
3, and then I'll do the 3 hours.
Okay, and then you're going to do the last 3. Okay, so I'll have you on your 3. We'll roll the next apocalypse dice. We still haven't gotten like doubles yet.
I think it was pretty unusual.
Well, it's
Oh!
nice.
You spoke it into the world.
I
It came
did.
true.
And it was on camera. That's the best part.
It's not on camera.
Okay.
It's on camera.
So one of the like you're just kind of sitting there like watching, really keeping an eye on this lone individual now that is kind of maybe a little bit too close for comfort, and like these other parties which are also still kind of like up and providing themselves with their own security. And you see out of like as you're looking over there, like the not the dwarves, but the mixed party that has the 2 larger individuals, they have a like a 2-wheel cart, right? Like more of a the one where somebody sits in it, right? Like this, I forget what those. Yeah, rickshaw.
Oh.
And it's probably one of those big guys. Probably like pulls the rickshaw, and like the older tabaxi sits in it. It's probably kind of what you're assuming. You see like this portal open up, and another one, and they like you could from where you're at, like the like you just happen to catch this at just the right time. You're looking over there, and you can see the portal open up, and you can see through the portal, and on the other side you can see a like a purple and blue celestial like glowing hue with like stars. It is clearly the astral sea that you are seeing, and like through that piece, while it's open, you see a meteor zip right through it, and at the same time another one comes through, and they both impact the same cart at the rickshaw, and it goes flying. It fly like the impact. So it doesn't go flying in shards. Like it impacts, and it like flips it up in the air, and the fall sends it just shattering. So here's for next time.
No, we're not using that.
There's for next time. There you go. I want to use the blue one. Okay, fine. But other than that, Other than that, the
Oh, hi.
roll for your watch.
16.
16. The evening turns cooler. The stars, like the cloud cover, like recedes, and you get a much more clear, starry night. And you can see now, really, like, you notice a actual uptick in the amount of meteors tonight as opposed to the previous evening.
Great.
But morning comes, with it some clouds and the sun, and you all have had your long rest.
Sweet. To the bridge.
Hello, I'm Jeffers. Are you by any chance in need of mercenary work?
No, you're offering work to us?
Why would I not?
And there's other campers. We talk to them.
I said I thought you were the mercenary.
Yeah. Do you need my services? It's a dangerous road.
Okay, because your initial question sounded like you were hiring mercenaries.
No, I'm offering.
Okay.
Have you offered the other camps?
They don't have the fortune of meeting me first. First come, first serve, my...
Fortune or misfortune?
I am Jeffers. It is fortunate that you have met me.
I mean, just saying your name is Jeffers doesn't mean a whole lot to us. Like,
Is
what's
this
your
something
resume?
With any particular companies?
Do you have a resume we can look at?
It's pretty standard, honestly.
I am still alive. I have traveled this bridge more than 300 times.
I mean, do you have some documentation that shows that you can
Some kind of like a Sherpa or something.
Look at this face. Do I look like someone who would lie to you?
I mean, human. Does everybody use their own face?
I will
I look at his face.
I will roll a persuasion check.
It's my what? Insight?
Yep.
I got a 10.
He rolled an 8. You know this racket. This is the, like, I'm going to sell you my services because I know that this is safe,
Okay.
and this is easy money for me.
What are your rates, dude?
Well, he kind of looks you up and down, and well, I'd say for a party this size, 5 gold a day.
A day?
Yep, it's a 1-day trip up the hill. 5 gold. I will make sure that you get there safe.
Wait. Okay, so above table. Sorry. How long does it take to cross? It is a day to cross this bridge.
It takes a day to go from the bottom of the entrance to the top.
Okay. And it's the same as if we did on the switchback, right?
It's roughly the same. Yes.
Okay, cool.
You know what? I'm gonna give you a tip. See that party over there with the 2 big guys? They had a cart last night, got wrecked to shit. They're absolutely gonna need your services.
He looks over you. Looks past. Thank you for the tip. And Jeffers kind of trots on over. Hello, travelers. You look like you could use some assistance.
Nice. Good one, Sarah.
I know the business.
Yeah, you should know that thing too. All right, but so before we go to the bridge, I was having a thinking last night. What happens if one of those meteors hits the bridge and just kablooey? Then I could make another wood bridge, but do we want to potentially get kablooeyed off the bridge and fall to our deaths, or do we want to get kablooeyed on the switchbacks? But it will be harder to party. Taking party at large's posts on what we think is best choice.
Well, the bridge is still standing, right? I mean, the meeting's been happening, I assume, for a while. It seems like they happen around us a lot.
Yeah,
Weirdly.
I didn't know about that. That's true.
As you say that, you hear in the distance, like a long ways away,
Okay.
like thum 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 thum. Like it sounds like 4 or 5 like large impacts, maybe 20, 30 miles away.
What a weird coincidence to happen right after I said that. I guess I was wrong.
Otter, Anansi, thoughts? Okay.
The only thing I'm worried about is
So I will point out, you know that this is a region-wide problem,
Okay.
right? Because again, all of the leaders came and
Oh,
they had
yeah,
the confluence on how to address this problem.
Yeah,
So
it's not
this is,
necessarily us. I just
and also, you know specifically that the reason you are taking this parcel to Grick is because of their intent to fight this. Like, it is to be used to
Yeah.
fight the thing, 600 miles away.
okay.
So
I mean, maybe we could like tie a rope between all of ourselves. So like if one person falls, the rest of us can kind of
Like
What's
yeah,
the
an
matter?
anchor.
yeah,
I'm
like
just
hide your
worried.
card or something.
Yeah, if we're going up this bridge, we have brakes on this cart. What happens if Guil turns into a ball and rolls back down? What do we do?
I mean,
Yeah, look out below, I guess.
Exactly.
it's bowling season. I mean, I won't turn into a ball unless I guess have to. I mean, it's with the horse, and then we can just chop the wheels if we need to. I don't know, okay. Bridge, okay.
All right, let's try that.
Try it, yeah.
We've only gotten hit with a meteor once out of all the years it's been flying.
I did see a few more last night, and I feel like I should bring that up. I think, don't know if that means anything beside me, but seems like it increased in number.
It's okay. I can
Okay.
feel it lost on my side.
Okay, maybe we should take the switchbacks. Last time Marble on your side did not go so well for us, as I recall.
We got 2 votes for bridge.
I mean, I feel like the bridge is, like I said, it's still standing.
Yeah. It's the same amount of time we could split up and meet each other on the other side.
split the party.
No horror movies. Okay, bridge time. Let's
Try it, and if we have to throw everything and start over, then we can try and switch back.
Okay, are we cooking breakfast?
okay,
We
yeah.
got salted ham, I guess.
Yeah, we got salt and ham. I'll probably
So we're gonna eat on the road.
yeah, why not?
Okay.
Let's get pitter patter, let's get at it.
Okay. So as you start going up the bridge, every so often, like it goes up and then it kind of flattens off, and it goes up and flattens off. So like
It's not like one straight.
yeah, no, so like it's kind of designed so that like you certainly don't want to like get rolling, right? Because if you get rolling too fast, like it'll cause problems.
Mhm.
But if you're coming down, like you're not gonna push, like you're not gonna trip the horses
Mm.
and like smear them like grater style down the road. So it is a slow incline, but it is a really long road.
Okay.
Okay, so like it's not like the switchbacks are like 7% grade. This is probably more like a 3 or 4% grade.
Oh.
Okay, so that's kind of where the difference is that the switchbacks are going to be like steep going up, and then you got to stop and steep going up.
Okay.
And so you're not at the base of the mountain yet. Like you'd have a ways to go to get there. So going up, you you start your travels. Same order, marching order.
Yeah. Seems alright.
Okay.
Sorry, Otter.
So we're gonna do this a little bit differently. Let's get a animal handling check from you.
From me?
Yep, to see how well we can navigate up this. Bridge.
17.
Oh yeah, you've spent some time here with this horse, and Bertha really you really
Taking a shine to Bertha.
yeah.
Bertha's taking a shine to me.
Yep. She respects the upright ears and the ability to. Yep. So you got some of that whole ear communication thing going on. So yeah, you guys seem to be making pretty good time up the incline. This is a really well crafted bridge.
The dwarves weren't just blowing smoke up our asses.
No. Like the amount of money that the Pyrez paid for this bridge was clearly worth it. And I need 3 apocalypse dice now.
That's great. I mean, okay.
You see what you got?
20.
19.
Oh, you guys did
Oh,
good.
damn.
Okay.
Okay, you rolled the 20, so roll me a d8. So 20, 19, and 17?
Yes.
2.
Another man falls from the sky.
Oddly enough, as you are traveling, you're all kind of like looking up this, like, it is a weird sight. You've been on this bridge now going up for like 2 hours or so, and you have gone above the tree line, and for the most part, like it's not a like foggy day per se, but like the way that the humidity hangs, like
There's some mist.
yeah, like so.
Yeah.
Like you're kind of like up above this low hanging mist at this point, and you hear and feel the impact of a meteor into the bridge from behind you.
That's fine.
The bridge like jolts, and you're like, for a split second you're a little bit concerned that like this could be the
Shit
end.
could go down.
But like it takes it like a trooper. You continue on for like another hour and 45 minutes, and double check. We got it was a 20, a 19, and a 17. Okay. And in like you see that same, like you see, like, who's seen the portal open? You've seen it?
You saw that, yeah.
Have you, any of you seen a portal open yet?
Saw it because we were all
You did.
I saw the big one.
The big
Oh
one.
yeah. I
So-
guess I got the tail
Yeah.
ends of
So
one.
you're still kind of in the back of the caravan. So the three of you, like, you see, like, in front of you, like this crackling on top of, like, right in front of the, like, square on in front of you on the bridge.
Mhm.
And it crackles open, and you see another one crackle inside of it open, and between you, like you saw before, like it crackled open and it was Astral Sea. Here you see the one you're on, a green field with like some very colorful trees, and then behind it the Astral Sea, and the one behind it is huge, and the huge one, like a meteor comes through it,
Mhm.
impacts the green forested area, and that force like blows through, and with like a fireball, and like stepping out of the fireball is a fawn,
Okay.
and he like kind of looks back, and he's like, "Fuck them," and he doot, and kind of just jumps off the edge.
Okay.
And you see like another magical portal open up, and he goes like right back into the Fey realm.
Okay.
That was odd.
But where like you, I mean, this is a weird scenario. You're kind of like, you stop for a second, roll a perception check for me, and I'll let you do it with advantage because this whole thing is a little bit bizarre. 10.
I'm also
It's true.
Go ahead. You can, I'll give it for you
You
too.
should be the head of the party.
Oh, nat 20.
Nice.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
So, you're kind of like clopping through it, and you see like just a bunch of branches. You're like clip-clopping through it. You see branches, but then you hear a voice. It is clearly an arachnid,
Hi.
and they are cursing the war. You hear, "When will this war end? Why are these large creatures fighting over such stupid things?" And you look down, and you can see there is a I don't know, like a, let's say this size spider, like trying to like protect its egg sac. Like it came through with the egg sac, and like it was kind of at that stage where she hasn't finished laying all of her eggs, right? So like she's still like, normally she'd just walk away, right?
Yeah.
But in this case, like we're not done yet.
Yeah.
So she's having a shitty day laying her eggs.
I got my horse and I speak to her in Arachnid. Like, just stay there. I'll come bring you up here to protect you. And then I go down, and then does she let me grab her?
I mean, you could grab her, or you could grab the branch that her.
I grab
her-
all of it.
Yeah. So
And then as she's up there, I'm asking her, what war is going on?
okay, so as we continue walking, she'll tell you. She'll like,
Yeah.
what are you gonna? How are you gonna hold the branch? Are you gonna like just visually? What does it look like? Where is this branch?
So I go back on the those. Yeah, I'm just like, I have it in my lap here.
Okay.
We're riding.
So it's a little bit jostly, but yeah, okay. So she tells you, like, she goes about kind of like laying her eggs.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like this is a Fey spider, right? Like you get like this, like, I don't know, maybe slightly, like, she's got a weird dialect,
Okay.
right? And she sounds like more cutesy,
Okay.
let's say, than like your normal like serious spider. But she is talking about like she's seen like wave after wave of elven soldiers like going into this dark place to kill the monster that's in there, and every time they do that, like they go in, the monster like pushes them out, or the monsters push them out, and like all she sees is like tentacles and things like this. And when the monster like exposes itself, the whole area just gets bombarded with meteors.
Oh.
And like she's had to move like where she wanted her web like 2 or 3 times, and like continually trying to get away. But like every time like she moves further away, and like a normal distance to move your web would be like 10 to 15 feet, right?
Yeah.
Like you don't want to move too far because that's a good spot for catching bugs.
Yeah.
So like she's had to move like a couple of times, but
Yeah.
like she's still pretty close to the entrance.
Mhm.
So yeah, she's just kind of talking about like the thing with all the legs.
Mm.
It's got way more legs than me, and they move weird, and yeah.
I like pull up to it, and like I kind of wiggle as long as it's kind of like this.
The which
Creature, I wiggle the cleavers, like fleshy bit in front of her. I'm like, Or is the creature kind of like this?
Same color,
Okay.
but I mean it's just black.
So I was like, wondering if this is the what are they called? Like Makash.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, she's just my bud now.
Okay.
I let you guys have relay that the meteor seemed to be coming from the Fey realm due to war with the elves and some dark creature.
Fun.
Why are they getting here?
Yeah. Does the spider know?
Yes, I asked her this. Why are the
Yeah,
portals
like, why are the
opening?
portals open?
She just figures it's elven magic.
Oh, yeah, that kind of makes sense. They're like, we don't want to get smushed. We'll just send it somewhere else. Yeah,
Fuck the other people.
yeah. I mean, that's what the
Not
fawn
more.
said.
That's true. Alright.
Okay. So that gets us about halfway into the day. It is sure. If we, I tell you what, let's give it another 30 minutes and then we can call it a day. Okay. 'Cause, yeah, it is starting to get a little bit steamy in here again.
Yeah,
You want to open the door?
Just because, yeah, it gets a little steamier in this map.
Right. The commitment to the role.
Mm-hmm.
So at about midday, you find a like scenic overlook that you could pull off to take a break to eat, or you can continue on and just keep going to the top. What do you want to do?
Keep going.
Yeah,
I'm fine with
just
keep going. Yeah. Keep on.
Okay. It's at about this time. The group of drunken dwarves,
Oh, will they catch up to us?
they catch up to you and like
We're on horses. We're quicker.
they're used to walking in uphills.
Apparently their short little legs can
Yep.
carry them far and fast.
And they are just like, you get a lascivious glance from the one that you spent some time with. He lingers a little bit and tries to have a bit of a conversation before like his party is like getting a little bit farther ahead,
Yeah.
and he's like, okay, I better get going.
Yeah.
But he does encourage you to stop by Barbara's Rhubarb Bar and see if
Yeah.
he's there. Okay, so second half of the day, let's roll them.
Oh, the
Yep.
20, 15.
15.
There we go.
Okay, you guys are rolling great.
yeah.
Okay, roll another D8 for me. So,
8.
8, nice.
8.
But we don't know what that means.
Well, yeah, that could be a bad 8. I feel.
Okay. Nice. Roll a D100 for me.
I don't have a D100.
I mean, you could roll percentile dice.
Yeah, that's good. 69.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you hear, like, after the dwarves pass in front of you, actually, so the dwarves have passed in front of you, like, just a little bit. You hear this large boom, like, to the south, like, above you. Like, you kind of all look, and you hear this boom. You feel behind you that the bridge has been impacted again. Like, the bridge shakes again. And, like, you guys all kind of, like, look forward, like, fuck, like, how long are we going to still have to be on this bridge? And you see in front of you crackle open a large portal in front of the dwarves. And on the other side, there is a mountain lake and a large dwarven wall. you see griffin riders flying around, and you hear the dwarves like kind of shout out, and they like run through this portal, and you see them like kind of like step out, like they kind of, the portal is maybe 5 feet off the ground, so like as they run, they jump up into it, and like you see them fall down and kind of like roll, like they're, I don't know, probably 10-15 feet ahead of you. If you were to go quickly, you could follow through.
Into the portal with them?
You could.
When it's 5 feet off the ground, I only got it last time.
Or the horses or whatever.
The horses can jump.
I mean, the horses could jump.
It's the wagon.
I'd be the most screwed because I probably wouldn't be able to get there.
Got to make a decision quick. Portal's starting to close.
Jump.
I just say let it close.
I say let it close.
All right.
Bye.
See you, Anansi.
You gonna run ahead?
I was on the horse. We just went.
Okay, no, that's fair. So I'm perfectly cool. You're going through.
Yeah,
So
bring Spider home.
she runs through and lands.
The
So party is now officially separated. You
Okay.
hear the dwarves saying that they have reached Thrundun.
Oh.
Y'all are still on the bridge,
Oh.
and you are now 2 days ahead of them.
Oh.
Jesus.
Oh.
Yeah,
I thought this was the Fey realm.
No, I figured that would be a shortcut because the girls went through, but again, like our wagon, I don't know how we do it. We're just like,
Yeah.
Just keep going.
And
Alright, well.
okay.
I thought we were going to the Fey realm.
lesson silence.
Okay, so you guys continue to the top, relatively uneventful after that. When you get to the top, you see you see now, kind of as you're approaching the top, you see the switchbacks, right? And they look treacherous, right? Like
So it's a good thing we went up the bridge.
there are numerous rock falls like in the road. So like in some cases, it looks like folks didn't even bother to clean the rock fall. They just like walked around it. Like it's probably more of a footpath or like a single horse path than it is a carriage path. At least at this point, maybe at once in the past, like you could use carriages, but usually it seems
now
like
it's a little-
now anybody with a carriage is taking the bridge.
Okay.
You as you kind of like, I guess, round the top of the valley, there's a river that like flows off this valley to your right, where the bridge and the switchback kind of meet. And in front of you there is like, I guess, a dip, right? Like it's the river flows in a little bit deeper crater, but you kind of have a view of the countryside from like where you're at, if that makes sense. And you can see now kind of off in the distance like a sparkling lake, like, you know, about a day and a half's journey in front of you. And we will end our session there.